Hello, welcome to game 3 of the medium games match, SSounder against Snowbz. It is tied 1-1. Let's take a look at this kingdom. Well, we've got plus actions, we've got plus buys, just on the right-hand side of the board. There's not a ton of engine-y stuff you could do in the main board. Actions are going to be the limiting factor here for sure. So Barracks is a village, Ghost is a village, and yeah. So yeah, I think you want to open Silver Exorcist probably. You're okay spiking a fairly early province. It's a little bit sad for SSounder, for Snowbz, Silver Exorcist, and then colliding them all with no estates. I would consider just buying a stables here, unhappily, and not playing the Exorcist. You can also top deck an Imp, buy Traveling Fair, and then trash Silver for an Imp, so you can get Imp next turn, which should enable you to get yourself another Silver. That just feels like it's a bit slow going. I think you're pretty fine taking some number of merchants here, exercising your estates into Wisps, and grabbing a couple of stables. I think it's probably fine for tournaments on 4. I don't like... A merchant is just a tournament at this point that only works if you have a silver, so it seems fine. I'm not like super interested in spiking 8 as soon as possible, which, you know, there are some lines that you can do that here. Although, really, I mean, yeah, you get early stables, you know. 2 is better than 0. Yes, 2 Exorcists is going to be better than 0. I don't know. I don't care about trashing the coppers that much because I plan on adding a lot of stables to the deck. So because I'm playing with stables, I'm happy to keep a handful of coppers in the deck and maybe trash a few along the way, or the Wisps will draw them. Something nice you can do is discard the coppers with the stables, and then trigger a bad shuffle that your Wisps can plow through because you know everything in there is a copper. We are going to see an early province here, turn 7 from SSounder. And there's certainly, I think, no reason not to take it, because, prizes are nice. Honestly, followers, to me, seems like it's going to be the best, because you've got something you can do with the estates. That was, in theory, really nice deck tracking by Snowbz, knowing that they had coppers down there. We're also going to see... We're also going to see Snowbz. They're actually going to be able to top deck a province if they want. I guess you do, and hope you block your opponent. You can also top deck the Wisp, which is nice. Yeah, so top decking it was quite nice because they're immediately able to access it. The thing I was saying about followers is the curses are annoying with the stables. The estates are fine because you're going to exercise them in Wisps, so you're okay with those. I can also believe in Trusty Steed, though. That was a bad order. They could have drawn the followers this turn. We'll see if SSounders here are able to get a prize. I assume they'll take the Trusty Steed. And in fact, as SSounder, you can consider, well, I guess you just keep clicking stables. Until you have more terminals, Barracks doesn't make much sense. Now that Snowbz has the followers, they should probably take Barracks the next chance they have. And I think they've got another tournament down there, a Wisp, which they can draw, although this is not the greatest shuffle that they've triggered. It looks like they're going to draw deck here. They're going to draw the province without a tournament to play, but... So this is what, they can have 10 money here, or more than that, 12 money if they play the silver. They can go like Barracks, stable, trash a copper. That seems pretty good. Certainly no reason not to play 5 coppers here. Yeah, Traveling Fair. Well, yes, they could go Traveling Fair, Barracks, stables, and not trash. I would strongly consider that line. But, I don't know, they've got a lot of cantrips. They just are a little low on draw. Trashing the copper seems okay as well. So stables, Barracks, trash a copper. Now SSounder needs to consider I was just about to say that needs to consider getting some Guardians up. It is going to be tough for SSounder with followers, and they didn't hit a prize yet. In theory, next turn, if Snowbz draws, they're going to be able to get Trusty Steed, which I think is going to be better than Princess here in this kingdom. I did not like that second province. That felt like they're thinking about something. They're trying to block, but I would be more interested in playing my followers every turn than blocking my opponent's drawing with tournament. We'll see if that comes back to bite them, or if they are able to get that going. I'm just like, the Princess is not like the Princess. The cost reduction is nice, I suppose. I don't know. It doesn't strike me as like the greatest thing. So here they're gonna, I assume, get the Trusty Steed. That seems like the best card at this point, especially without Barracks. And now they're actually going to be able to get the Princess here as well, I believe. I still really want Barracks for them, but also top decking 2 stables seems really nice. They can also top deck province stables. It's just, yeah. They did not top deck either of them. I guess they didn't have enough money to top deck them. This is one of the reasons some people ban tournament. Is that it becomes, whoever collides their tournament with province first and gets the followers, or the Princess, as it were, or whatever. Because I think the decks were about equivalent when Snowbz hit that followers. They had maybe built a little bit cleaner, but some of that was due to the Exorcist trashing. I mean, I guess you take the Princess. I think Princess is going to enable you to win the game by getting a couple of provinces in your last turn, and Stables is not going to do that. Especially because it's getting the hand, you have actions to play. It enables you to get like 3 stables this turn and top deck a couple. That seems really strong. We'll see here if... oh, sorry, Snowbz already gained the Princess. Yeah, never mind. Ignore what I just said. Again, a Barracks here would have made this tournament much nicer. I would definitely take a Barracks now and potentially even trash this Merchant to an Imp. Seems reasonable. If they played the Princess instead of the followers, they could have gained a province this turn. Yeah, trashing the tournament seems fine too. But Barracks seems like an important card for them now that they have the followers and the Princess. And we'll see what they exercise. Yep, they get an Imp. So they're just adding draw, which is really nice. They're able to top deck the Imp as well. And they had the Trusty Steed. I guess knowing that you have the Trusty Steed in the bottom means you don't necessarily need to Barracks this turn. And in fact, this game looks like it's going to be over before it even comes into play. As we're going to see the followers here. And Snowbz has got a lot of low-cost cards and cantrips down there. Should be able to draw through most of this here. I believe there's even another stables down there that they can draw if they want to see more cards. Bag of Gold Apprentice is not something I've ever actually seen anyone do. In theory, it seems nice. We're seeing SSounder, though, has the curses in the deck, and they lost the 3 big prizes, so it's an uphill climb at this point for them. They're also down a couple of provinces. And as SSounder, you just have to take a province here and hope your opponent somehow duds multiple times, because there's not enough VP left in the game if they don't. Especially when you're the only one who's taking curses on. Snowbz has got 5 here, 4. We'll see. I assume they're just going to take a duchy here. I'm not quite even sure what you buy. Maybe just buy a merchant. Although I do hit 5 for with the silver and merchants. Yeah, that seems somewhat reasonable. You know, the 13-point lead is huge because that would mean SSounder needs to get a province and 3 duchies before Snowbz gets any more points. And there's only 2 more duchies left in the pile. So if Snowbz gets 2 more duchies, essentially the game is over. And yeah, SSounder can't hit province this turn. So they rightfully resign. So good game there by Snowbz. A little bit of tournament luck, but we move on to game 4.